Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Eric and today I'm going to be unboxing and setting up a Saturn SD415. This thing is like the biggest inflatable that Boatstogo and Saturn can offer that still uses an air deck floor. Anything bigger goes with an aluminum floor. Likely you will be needing a trailer for that. So if you like me and you like to fold up your boats, put them in your car or truck or SUV, this is probably the biggest you can get that still uses an air deck floor. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the ones with the aluminum floor. You could probably do that, but it's a bit much. It's very heavy. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, so let me go and get started unpacking this. Now, this thing is a bit heavy. Let's see. I will show you guys the specifications, like the weight and the width, the length inside and outside, how it looks in a couple of moments as well. You guys get to see everything with this model. Put this to the side. Won't be needing that. Here we go. Let's see. Interestingly enough, when I was in talks with the Boatstogo, by the way, a special thanks to the guys at Boatstogo, because they're the ones who furnish this for me. They loan these boats for me to try, have a good time with them, and at the same time letting you guys get to see before you buy what the boat is all about and all that good stuff. It's just a lot of fun. But I was told it was gonna be light gray. This thing is red. I mean, cool. It looks awesome. We have an aluminum seat here. I'll put this to the side. We have the manual and registration papers, like the state of origin and all those good things you might need for registration. Here are the oars. I'll be putting that together very shortly. A repair kit, an extra valve. Oh, you know, for all the years that I've used these boats, I never had to actually exchange the valve, but it's good to have. You never know. Oh my. Okay, let's see what else I got here. I got the hand pump. Come here. Got the hand pump right here. However, I do have my own electrical pump. I will be using the electrical pump for the inflation time. Now that, let me see. We got 2 more seats. So there's 3 seats with this model. Not 2, but 3. So this thing has 3 aluminum seats. Nice. Very nice. This is a people-friendly. Oh, wait. I made a mistake. The red color is the cover for the boat, not the boat itself. I apologize. Here we go. So this is the red color is the cover itself. So I believe the boat inside is light gray. This is a bit heavy. Here we go. It's like 120 pounds. Oh heavens. And this must be okay. So this goes with the air deck floor. That goes towards the front. I will show you guys how that goes in place. That basically keeps the front steady and firm. So when you inflate the keel does its job. It doesn't protrude the air deck floor, but it pushes downward, creating that keel effect, so you can break through some swells and waves a lot better. This is what it's for. Go ahead and put the box on the side. I'll be using this in a moment. All right, so let me go ahead and get this unwrapped and get started. All right. Okay, so I got it out of the wrapping. Now I gotta take it out of the cover itself. Here we go. I'm currently covered with shadow because it's early in the morning. It's the middle of summer here in Florida, and it's hotter than the devil's rear end. Not gonna lie. Whew. Boy, does it get hot. Does it get really hot here in Florida in the summers. It's no joke. See, I was completely mistaken. It is light gray. It's just that the cover itself was red. I think it's still pretty cool though. I like that color. All right, so here's the boat itself. It looks so innocent, right? So small. It's huge. Wait till you guys see it when it's put together. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side for now. And I'm going to be unwrapping it and putting it together for you guys. All right, here we go. Got it. I like doing these unboxing videos because it shows you guys what it takes to wrap and unwrap and what it looks like, what you should be expecting to do, and all that good jazz. Wrap it out. Here we go. Here it is. Ah, so pretty. So beautiful. I love inflatable boats so much. Well, those of you guys that watch my videos, you know how much I like these. So much. It's convenient. And comparison to actual boats, you know, you don't have to spend a fortune to make those run. Like, I'm gonna be using a 9.8 horsepower two-stroke outboard. It's actually a 12 horsepower hand guy, but it's a 9.8. It's a Tohatsu clone of the two-stroke. All right, so now that I got everything set up here, let me go and get started inflating it. Get to it. On the screen, I'm going to put in the pressure measurements that you will need for the tubes, the air deck floor, and the keel as the boat gets inflated. So let me get to work. I'm gonna be speeding this footage so I don't have to bore you. Okay, you guys remember when I showed you guys this piece of wood earlier? This goes under the air deck floor, and right about now is a good time to put it in. Actually, you don't want to put it when it's fully inflated; it becomes rather difficult. That goes. Let's see. Oh, it goes this way. Goes under these flaps. All right, it is all slid in. Go ahead and lay it down. Make sure it goes under the bladder. Under the bladders. Because once it inflates, it stays in there. There we go. We're under the bladder. We're looking good, guys. We're looking fantastic. Yep, there we go. So, the wooden platform is in place. Let me go ahead and continue to inflate. Okay, everybody, so here is the boat fully assembled. You guys remember earlier about the wooden platform? You see this little protrusion that is caused in the middle? If it wasn't for that wooden platform, it'll be all protruded and you will have a keel at all. And the plan is to have a bit of a keel. All right, so we got the front D-ring here for towing and grabbing. There's D-rings all over the place. There's one. Got the oars in place. Splash guard, rope. This thing is massive. It's huge. I will be going over the specs in a minute. I got it on a piece of paper on a list. Here are the seats. I recommend you put the seats before it's fully inflated. I struggled a little bit to put them in place. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yep. We got the rear handles right here. This transom is massive. Look how thick that is. Whew. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, this thing's gorgeous, man. Beautiful. This thing is like hard as a rock. For those of you who don't know. I love inflatables. Alrighty, so now that we got it right here, I'm gonna flip it a bit, put it against the wall so you guys can see it gives you a better perspective. And I want you also guys to see the bottom and all that good stuff. Let me get to work on that, and then we're gonna go over the specs. All right, so the moment to go over some spec numbers has arrived. I have to confess, I was trying to lift this thing up against the wall of the house, like, you know, thin it all up. It's just too darn big. It's too darn big. I couldn't do it. Nonetheless, I laid it down on the side, and we're gonna go with some numbers. So let's get to work. Now, from here all the way to the front, we got 13.8 feet. That's an average. This is called a 14 footer. That gives you an idea. The inside length from here to here, you have a total of 9.32 feet. That's the space you got to play inside. The total width inside, you have a total, no, sorry, I apologize. The total width itself is 5.7 feet. The inside width itself is 2.8 feet. The total capacity of weight, which is pretty impressive, is 1,700 pounds. That is quite impressive. The maximum power that is recommended for this specific boat and its transom, you have to consider those things, is a 30 horsepower outboard. As you guys saw earlier, I personally own a 12 horsepower Hankai, which is really a 9.8 Tohatsu clone. It's a 9.8. Let's call it a 10 horsepower. That is plenty of power to push me, maybe some gear, around 19, 20 horsepower. If you plan to have an additional person or two with you and some gear, I highly recommend you get a minimum a 15 horsepower outboard. I know the Hankai sells the 18 horsepower outboard. That's usually is a 15 horsepower Yamaha clone, two-stroke outboard. They're good outboards. They just need a little. They just require a little bit of TLC at the beginning on the braking pier and all that, and that lasts just as long. So if you're in a budget, phenomenal choices. However, if you want to go higher horsepower, like 20, 25, 30, you will have to consider the other brands like Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, Mercury, Tohatsu. They're great outboards. However, they cost a pretty penny. You're looking at 3, 4, 5 grand or something like that. So yes, those are things you have to consider. Now, the maximum weight of this boat, fully assembled, is 142 pounds. The total time it takes to set this up is about 30 minutes. That's usually, yeah, that's about right what it took me. You know, when I was putting it together, you're looking at about 30 minutes setup. I personally own an SK285 XL Kubota. I love that Kubota. It's usually the one I go for rivers and all like that. It takes me like 10, 15 minutes, you know. So because it's bigger, it's gonna take a bit more time. I plan to do the water review of this boat as a day trip. Instead of taking it to the lake that I usually do for the water reviews on the inflatable boats, I'm gonna do a day trip. There's an island nearby called Mackason Island. I may visit that, or I may go to the East Coast or West Coast. So you guys can see it in action, and you get to see what I do with these inflatable boats and all that. So yeah, this is the unboxing and setup of the Saturn SD415. There's a lot of letters, I tell you. Massive boat. If you're looking for something like this will serve you quite well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video informative. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Later.